All right, sorry for the delay, everybody. Sorry about for the delay. Let's 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 do this. Round two. What's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here for my second video of the evening, or this early night, right here on the Peter fucking Gilmore channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below on this channel, and all my other channels in my pants down in the description box. And as always, friend me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. And please do not forget to tap and slap that bell and turn on all notifications so you never ever, oh fucking ever, miss an upload. That's basically all I gotta say about that. All right. All right, that's pretty much it. All right. Hope you had a great Thursday, everybody. I know my hair's a mess today, but that's all I gotta say about that. All right, so on this, god damn, my hair's messing up. I need a cut. But on this Thursday evening, early Thursday night, December the 30th, 2021, for round number two. And before we get into your AEW review for last night, check out a special video I did on my Metal God channel. Another death today that really still at 7:50 at night. I heard this morning at 10 o'clock on Instagram from some members of the Mickey Mouse Club, the new Mickey Mouse Club, the one in from 89 to like 94 on the Disney Channel, not the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Fuck that one. You know, they had no people on. It was just animated Mickey Mouse crap. But anyway, the second version, the kids version of the Mickey Mouse Club from 1989 to about 93, 94-ish, somewhere around there. A member of the family, the Mickey Mouse family, and a member of the 90s pop group, if you don't know it by now, you should, The Party, Tiffany Talia Hale, has passed away on Christmas, but the news came out, I found out today from three members of the party, well, the group, that Tiffany was in, and found out that she died on Christmas Day from complications. She had a heart attack right around Christmas, and it got really bad, and she fell into a coma and never woke up. So she passed away today at the young age of 46, a year older than me. I'm 45, but it really shook me up today. I mean, she's not part of. Part of my personal life. But I grew up with this chick, not personally, but watching the show from '89 to '93, really, really has shook me up. Because she was. I mentioned on the video. Just watch the video how emotional, not emotional I got, but all the memories I've had and stuff like that. When I first saw her, she was like really young. When she grew up to be a beautiful woman I had a humongous crush on, along with a few others that were on that show. That I'm not good friends with. A couple of them I'm good friends with. I'm friends with. I said on Facebook and Instagram. It's Dee Dee and Mylin from the Mickey Mouse Club, and I'm good friends with Chase and not Chase, Chasen, not Chayton, not Chase, Chasen. Dumbasses. But yeah, I'm good friends with Dee Dee, Mylin, Chasen, and Damon Pamplona of the Mickey Mouse Club. I follow them on Facebook and Instagram. And I heard the news at 10 o'clock in the morning because I saw on Damon Pamplona's Instagram a picture of Tiffany Hale, which I'm gonna put the actual picture on when I finish editing because I'm still I'm doing a video now. I'm gonna edit everything later. So I'm gonna show the picture of that. Oh, actually, can I show it now? Actually, maybe I could do it now. Let me see if I can. I'll show you guys now if I can. Hold on. All right, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. All right, give me a second. I'll get to it. All right, let me share my screen. Okay. Share screen. Let's see here. Can I find it? No, I have to look for it. All right, I can't do it now, so it's on my it's in my what you call it? Blah 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 blah. So anyway, yeah, it's really shooking me up today, and yeah, just yes, I can't say any more about that because I'm gonna get too emotional and I'm gonna cry, and then the freaking trolls are gonna come and like, oh, Peter's crying on video. Let me clip that. You can suck my fucking ass. Fucking pieces of shit. All right. Now I know Lauren's like, get to the fucking video. I will. All right. Anyway, so watch the video, the big 30-minute tribute video I did of Tiffany Hale in description box on my Metal God channel. Now, I wasted almost 7 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, Nick and Maureen are in the chat. Thank you for coming on. Got the Rant and Rave podcast coming up on the top of the hour. I'll be there a little bit later after I finish this. And I'm with Brandon Martin, J-Man, and company on the final Rant and Rave podcast of the year. So check it out. I know Nick will be there, of course. And maybe Lauren too. I don't know. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wasted 7.5 minutes. It is time for your late and fucking out of fucking date AEW goddamn Dynamite review for December the 29th, 2021. The final Dynamite of the year. The final Dynamite of the TNT era. It was live and in living color from their home base in Daly's Place in the great city of Jacksonville, Florida. Fuck Orlando. Just want to say that. But anyway, last night, great show. Great show to end the year. You know, a lot of freaking trios matches and tag team matches, but fucking epic segment with CM Punk. Epic segment. The Brandy Rhodes, Dan Lambert, Men of the Year segment. Cringe. I hate to say I love Brandy Rhodes, but she's getting really, really cringy lately. Sorry, Brandy, I love you, but come on, you know, getting a little bit too much. Even though she had a nice little line to Dan Lambert calling him a ripoff of Paul Heyman, and then Lambert was like, "Well, I like Jim Cornette myself." Boom. And then the epic main event with the Undisputed Era against who they face? God damn it! Against the Best Friends. And then what happened during that match, and then the end of the match, and as the title below says, are the Elite divided? We'll talk about that as we get along. All right, let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time. All right, so we are live from this, and as always, our team, we have the return of the legend himself. Legend, wait for it. Legendary Hall of Famer, Back Dog Jim Ross, Stone Cold, Back Dog Barbecue Sauce, as he made his triumphant return to the broadcast table. He had a big freaking ovation from the crowd, and you know, he defeated cancer. He has a goddamn shirt out already saying it on AEWshop.com. cheap plug. So we had all that. So that's what it started. That's how the show started with Jim Ross being introduced by Justin Roberts, the birthday boy. So great ovation for JR. Glad he's cancer free and everything. And as always, he gets a good ovation. He sits next to the man behind the mask, Excalibur, and another legend. Wait for it, Gary, legendary announcer, not in the Hall of Fame yet, but he is a legendary announcer, legendary, the one only Tony Baloney, Schiavone. But we get all that. All right, so we're rocking and rolling with our first of the night, a 10-man tag team match between FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood with Tully Blanchard, as always. They're teaming up Big Money Matt Hardy, and two members of the Hardy family office, the returning Private Party, Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy. Mark Quinn's first match in about a year since he got injured. They're taking on the team of Jurassic Express, Jungle Man Jack Perry, Luchasaurus, and Christian Cage as they team up with the AEW Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Brothers, Rey Fénix, and our good friend Pentagon Zero. And as always, Alex Abrahantes in their corner. This was wild and deep. Very wild match. Starts off with Cash Wheeler taking Christian in the corner then they get a clean break. Ooh. For once, a clean break. So then they hit a double bicep pose. Not like the Young Bucks. Still. Anyway, Christian worked on it. Then Dax Harwood comes in. They trade chops. Woo! With Jungle Boy in the corner. Then Harwood gets caught in the wrong corner. And Christian coming in for a kick to face. Then they jump over the top into an uppercut. Has Dax Harwood reeling. Not wheeling, but reeling. And Cash Wheeler has to break up the snare trap attempt. Excuse me. That gets broken up. Then Isaiah Cassidy comes in, but the Lucha Brothers come in for the wheelbarrow splash. You know, it's a little bit mistimed. But still, they hit it. Jungle Man, excuse me, adds a springboard on the Isaiah Cassidy and sends him over the top, only to have Mark Quinn take him down. And then Matt Hardy comes in with a side effect. And Jungle Boy is now in trouble in the corner. Then a catapult, I can't even say it, sends Jungle Boy into the turnbuckle. And then Matt Hardy has a 1905 chin lock for a while. And then Jungle Man Jack has to get out of that. They get back up, and a big-time clothesline drops Matt Hardy, and then get the hot tag to Rey Fénix, who comes in like a fucking firecracker. Private Party hits a pretty nice assisted flip DDT on Rey Fénix for a near fall, but he's able to shove FTR off the top rope. Then a beautiful double takes down FTR. Then it's down to Luchasaurus. He comes in and does what he does, cleans house. Isaiah Cassidy gets launched into the air and goes, ah! That makes Vicky Guerrero and anybody else scream like a banshee. Not like that, but you know what I mean. Anyway, they go for a double choke. Luchasaurus goes for a double choke slam that gets broken up. So Luchasaurus kicks Cash Wheeler right in the face. Then he hits the choke slam on Harwood, but he fell back and Pentagon tags himself in, and Luchasaurus was like, dude. Then everything gets chaotic. Bunch of dives and everything, featuring a crazy robot corkscrew dive, said it 5 times fast. Christian then tags himself in as they're about to hit the Fear Factor. And Christian is starting going at it. And then FTR shoves them together knocking them together. Then they pick up Christian and hit the Shatter Machine. 1, 2, 3. The heels get the win at 12 minutes and 35 seconds. So great 10-man tag. And I gave that 3.5 out of 5 stars. And the ever-growing jungle, Jurassic Express, Lucha Brothers feud intensifies, and we'll get to hear from them a little bit later. And we get we get a trios match with 2.0, Parker and Lee, and their good buddy Daniel Garcia as they take on the team of Eddie Kingston, Eddie Kingston's version of LAX, with himself and LA Santana and Ortiz with their creepy face paint. But anyway, this was a little bit shorter match, still decent match. Eddie was going berserk in this match. Him and Garcia, right at the bell, started a big brawl on the floor. Then they get in, they settle down a little bit as Ortiz and Jeff Parker, not Peter Parker, but Jeff Parker, they come in, they start fighting, and then Parker takes over. Garcia comes in and kind of teases wanting Eddie Kingston to come in, but Santana comes in. He hits the Eddie Galero ese Latino Heat. Three Amigos on Garcia, and the crowd's chant Eddie, not Kingston, Eddie Guerrero. Then Ortiz comes in, gets caught by a Two-Face on the floor. As we go to break, we come back. Eddie gets the tag and starts beating the living shit out of Daniel Garcia in the corner with a rapid fire. Not piston on. Honda chops in the corner. And then everything breaks down again. Chaos in the ring. Lee blocks Ortiz's splash with some knees, which sets roll up with a handful of underwear on Ortiz. Gives Lee the pin almost at 10 minutes. What are you going to do? But, that feud continues to go on with Eddie Kingston and LAX and Daniel Garcia. That intensifies a little bit more. So I gave the match a little bit of a crown, a little bit 3.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Garcia hits Santana in the face with the ring bell. Ding! And then they're about to go cause more dear. Judas is my name! Well, whatever. We had the great song Judas by Fozzy, and our good buddy Chris Jericho comes out with Floyd, his bat, and comes in a little bit late for the save. Then Kingston shoves Jericho and said, "I don't need you." And he comes like, "Hey, wait, whoa, we're on the same side." So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. We'll have to see next week on the TBS day of Dynamite. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right. Let me move on from there. All right, let me just get my notes in order here. We're almost there. Right there. All right. Then we go to a promo in the locker room or the room, the dressing room or whatever it is, with the world's biggest part knocker. Talks about unsafe working conditions. Died, almost broke his goddamn week. He suggests that it wouldn't. I think I wrote this wrong. It wouldn't be happening in a more professional company. Kind of mentioned in the WWE, teasing it, but so he says, we'll worry about that later. Because Wardlow needs to qualify for the Face of the Revolution ladder match. That's going to happen at Revolution. So, actually starting that, I'm surprised. Anyway, so he says, so you're going to cross the Revolution ladder match. That way you can win the title and hand it over to me, as their contract says. And we see Mark Sterling for some reason, and he reads the contract that basically Wardlow is basically MJF's property. Can't do anything. Sucks for you. Unless you find a loophole. But I still think Wardlow's going to turn on MJF soon. I can't wait for that. It's basically doing nothing, being his lackey. So Wardlow's not happy about it. We'll see what happens with that. As Wardlow's in another one of those shit break matches of the night. And we'll get to that in a second. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. All right, after that, we go to the back. We see Christian! And he's not happy with the Lucha Brothers. They're arguing in the back. So he challenges them for the tag team belts next week on the TBS debut. With the Lucha Brothers, they accepted the match for the AEW tag team belt. The Lucha Brothers taking on Jurassic Express, Luchasaurus, and Man Jack. So we get the accept. Lucha Brothers accept. And they start insulting Christian Cage in Spanish. And Alex Abrahantes is like, Pentagon says you suck. Or something like that. But we move on. Oh, we'll see what happens next week. It's going to be a huge match. Card is looking great next week for that for the TBS debut. Then Rampage next week looks pretty damn good, and then Battle of the Belts is starting to form. We already know Britt Baker and Rio are gonna fight for the AEW Women's Championship, but we got a lot more in that 1 hour. I don't know how they're gonna fit matches on that show. Every belt is gonna be on the line. It's like a Night of Champions. How are you gonna fit 5 matches on that card? You could. I mean, it's possible in 1 hour, but most of the matches are going to be like, at most, 10 minutes. With commercial breaks, probably. So they'd have to do picture-in-picture most of the time. I don't know how they're going to do it in 1 hour, they're saying. But we get that. So the AEW Women's title will be on the line. I assume the World title will be on the line. The TNT title. The tag titles, most likely. And the TBS title, which will be next week. To that in a minute. What happened with that? And a interesting debut of a woman that used to be in NXT for a little bit, on the main roster for a little bit, then went back to NXT, then basically got her head kicked off by Xia Li. I think you know what I'm talking about. But we'll get to that in a second. All right, so I gave that Christian Cage Lucha Brothers thing 3 out of 5. All right, then we go to your well, you can't take a shit break match on the night. Wardlow taking on remember this guy, Colin Delaney. Remember him from ECW? Man, always jobbed. Didn't get much wins in ECW. Not many. But anyway, I was like, oh my God, is that Colin Delaney? Oh God. We got a Colin Delaney sighting. And, he got his ass kicked in about 84 seconds. As Wardlow does what he did the last week's the Powerbomb Symphony of Doom. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Good night. Match I gave 2 out of 5 stars. That's it. Afterwards, Shawn Spears hit Laney with the chair shots. Wasn't needed. I just can't stand low matches. It's getting boring at this point. Just let him turn on freaking MJF and let him get the living shit beat out of him. I just fucking hate MJF these days now. I mean, he's a great heel, a good prick, but come on. Getting excessive now with this Wardlow crap. All right, we move on from there. All right, then we go to the back. We have the Elite, the super undisputed era of the Elite. All in the back, we have the Young Bucks. Matt and Nick Jackson, along with the undisputed era of Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Auto Parts, and our good buddy, your friend and mine, say it with me now, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Cole, baby. So they're on the back. and the Bucks don't seem to like Kyle O'Reilly. I wonder why. So Kyle's like, can you guys get out of here? I'm talking. I want to talk to Adam about some stuff in private. So Bobby's like, okay, you got this. I'll be over here. And the Bucks like, we'll talk later. So anyway, O'Reilly and Cole get face to face. You could feel the tension. And O'Reilly's like, he mentions the stuff like we've had heat before. He doesn't really mention the stuff in the NXT, but kind of kind of mentioned it a little bit. I was like, can I trust you? Do you have my back or not? And Cole's like pissed, like, fuck Kyle. You want to start this again with NXT? We'll fucking go round 4. I don't think it's gonna happen though, but you never know. But that was intense. I loved it. So I got 2.5 stars. So we'll see them in the main event a little bit later. All right, the cringe segment of the night, which I mentioned in the beginning. Dan fucking Lambert, Mr. Fat-faced dipshit himself, in the middle of the ring with the Men of the Year, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. So Lambert's ranting about Cody Rhodes, the new TNT champion. And Lambert doesn't think much of Cody, but he's like, I don't care about Cody. I don't give a shit that Cody Rhodes calls him a stripper, starts making jokes about her. It's like, oh, Ethan Page starts mocking her wrestling ability. Not that she had any to begin with. Then Brandy comes out, looking hot in that black dress or whatever she was wearing. Basically cutting really weird lines, using the same lines she cut on Jade Cargill when Jade debuted 2 years ago. The lines and saying that they're like, you're just a like CM Punk said, you're just a low budget Miz or something like that. Well, she called him a low budget version of Paul Heyman, but Paul Heyman like that. And then Lambert comes back and says, "Well, I like Jim Cornette myself." Basically, they don't like each other, and Lambert saying, "I could beat you all," and Brandy's like saying, "Well, let's go." It's like, when was the last time you got with a woman and didn't have to got beat by a woman? And then Lambert says, "I got a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so I don't have to worry about about you," and make some more stripper jokes. And like, it's like, you got a black bitch. That's so they're about to go at it, and then Dustin Rhodes comes out. Go, Dust. He comes out for the save. He's like, get in the middle, and then Page out. Like, okay, where's Cody? Probably in the back producing. I was like, oh, okay, Cody's not gonna come out and save his woman from getting a beat down. I don't know. Maybe we saw last week we was trying to get a kiss from Brandy, and Brandy's like, get away from me. Then he finally got the kiss on the cheek. He's like, hey, kiss me. And then she kissed him anyway. I don't know. Might be some tension in the Rhodes family. We'll see. But it's just a lead up to a hype Cody versus Ethan Page for the TNT title on Rampage tomorrow night. Among other things, that's going to be on Rampage. It's going to be an epic Rampage tomorrow night. I'll get to that in a second. But it was an okay segment. A little bit cringy with Brandy. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. I gave it 3 out of 5. So we get a hype video for next week's AEW title match. Bryan Danielson And a man who does a lot of cowboy shit. Hangman Adam Page, their rematch from a couple weeks ago at Winter is Coming 2. And we hear from JR, we hear from Excalibur, I think we hear from Taz, and a couple other people, I think. Basically, focus was on the still unnamed judges that will be judging this match. And JR's like, well, if it goes to the judges, what's the point? You know, we're gonna judge this. And I still think it's gonna be like it's gonna probably be like Flair versus Sting at Clash of the Champions 1, when it ends in like a split decision or some shit like that. Or it ends like they can't come to a decision or something like that. And Adam Page still retains the title somehow. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. So, it was pretty good. That's all I can say about it. All right, we go back to Daily's Place. Back for more hard-hitting action. We got the women involved now. So we get to our next match. The final match in the semifinals of the TBS Women's Title Tournament. We had that bitch, Jade Cargill, along with Smart Mark Sterling with her. She comes out looking goddamn hot. For a chick that eyes, goddamn, she's a MILF. Whew. Anyway, but another MILF comes out, and that's Thunder Rosa. Not that Rosa, but Thunder Rosa. She comes with Wolverine and doesn't have the mask, but she had the Wolverine claws. She had like a blue and yellow getup. That was awesome. So this match was something great. Obviously, you know the winner of this. Don't get into it. So it starts off with Thunder Rosa going after Cargill, and that comes into play during the match to start. And then Smart Mark Sterling causes a distraction, which leads to Jade taking over. Then some kicks to the leg by Thunder Rosa, gets her out of trouble. Then she dives into a backbreaker she dives into a backbreaker. And Thunder Rosa then snaps off a Hurricane Rana. Then Jade Cargill sends her into the ring post. Ow! Then they finally get back inside the ring. Thunder Rosa strokes off some knees to face, hits a dragon screw leg whip. So it's really working big leg of a big woman, Jade Cargill, not that big woman, you know. But Jade comes back, runs Thunder Rosa over again. As we go to break, we come back. Thunder Rosa comes back, still works on the knee, hits some running clotheslines in the corner. Then she goes off the ropes and tries for a cross body. And Jade caught her, lift her up into a Samoan drop. Then she kips up and hurts her knee a little bit. So Thunder Rosa goes right back to leg with a shin breaker, which leads into the figure 4 leg lock. But Smart Mark Sterling once again gets on the apron and causes a distraction. And that's that. Then Thunder Rosa puts it on again, but then Jade Cargill kicks her into the corner. And then a crew member hits Thunder Rosa with a kendo stick, which leads to Jade Cargill hitting a really sloppy looking Jaded, even though I think her leg gave out. That's why it looks sloppy. But Jade Cargill gets the win. 1, 2, 3, right at the 11-minute mark. So, not the best match. I was hoping for something great. But still, Jade Cargill gets the win, and she goes on to the finals of the TBS tournament. Like I said, it was going to happen. And my prediction is almost coming true. As Wednesday night, we'll see Jade Cargill versus Ruby Soho in the finals to crown the first ever TBS Women's Champion. And by God, Jade Cargill better win. I think she will. And you want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because after the match, Thunder Rosa gets up, and she is pissed. Uh, Jumps on Jade Cargill, starts beating her up, and then that hooded person, the crew member, comes in, starts beating the crap out of Thunder Rosa, lays her out. She takes off the hood, and takes off the hood, and then she turns around, takes off the mask. It's Mercedes Martinez. Holy shit! I marked out for that. And then her and Jade beat the living crap out of Thunder Rosa some more. And then Ruby Soho comes out a little bit late with a pipe. And so maybe a tag team match on Rampage. Nope, not happening. But Mercedes Martinez is gonna be like a bodyguard, maybe, or something. I don't know what she's gonna do with Jade Cargill at this point. Maybe a bodyguard, or maybe Sterling, paid her off with that money. But yeah, Mercedes Martinez is now all freaking elite. I love it. And just imagine next year that the women's roster is gonna be stacked. Stacked next year. You know who's coming next year? Tegan Nox, Ember Moon, possibly Toni Storm. I mean, who else is on the? Who else got released besides Tegan Nox and Ember Moon and Toni Storm? But yeah, that women's roster is going to be massive and fucking epic. And yeah. I hate to say it, but I think the AEW's women's division is going to be way better than the WWE version. I don't care if Becky's there, Horseface, Charlotte, and Sasha are there. I don't give a shit. But you know where Io's going to go? Not to the main roster. Nope. She's not going. God forbid she does. I would hope she quits. But you know what's going to happen? Unless they team her up with Asuka, then maybe I'll give it a chance. But I really don't think she should even go to the main roster. Io should go back to Japan, being Joshi and Stardom, and be with Kairi Sane. Or, I doubt it, but go to Impact. I don't know what they'll do with her. Or go to AEW and team up with Ryo and Hikaru Shida. Or have matches with them. Those would be fucking epic. And there was a rumor that Kairi is going to go to AEW. I don't know about that. I highly doubt Kairi Sane will be all elite next year. Or in another year from now. Because we didn't leave on bad terms. And Kairi's an ambassador in Japan, so I highly doubt Kairi Sane will be all elite anytime soon. As far as Io, maybe. I think she should quit. I really think so. I mean, Toni Storm quit because she got burnt out and she was basically bored in catering and misbooked and misused. I mentioned it yesterday. I don't blame Toni Storm for asking for her release. I don't blame her. She can go to AEW or TNA or Impact, or go back to Stardom and just be humongously great again. Why don't you take Nikki Ashhole with you? What is she doing? Wearing a stupid costume. Thinking she's a superhero, or almost a superhero. And being teamed up with somebody, really, she doesn't need to be teamed up with Rhea Ripley, who should be going after Becky Lynch in the Raw Women's title, instead of being in stupid, ridiculous tag matches with Nikki Ash, who should be back to her sanity character, that crazy lunatic that she was, instead of a stupid superhero gimmick that she thought of, which I think is not working. Oh yeah, she won the Raw Women's title. Oh, how long did that last? Couple weeks? then Charlotte got it right back. What was the point of giving her the belt then? Now she's basically, I don't know what she is now. They lost the tag team belts to Carmella and Zelina Vega. They're supposed to have a rematch, I think, at day one, or I mean, I really don't care if it's at day one. It's gonna suck anyway. And I think Carmella and Zelina are gonna retain anyway. Well, there's no women's tag teams anyway. Besides Italian and Tamina, maybe. That's it. Pfft, nobody cares. Nobody cares about the fucking belts. Yeah, but Nikki Ash should just freaking get released, along with Dana Brooke. Well, nobody cares about her anyway, except for except for a certain guy, that I forgot his name, but Jericho Knight. That's the only person that actually likes Dana Brooke. But I haven't heard from that guy in a long time. But yeah, Nikki Ash should just get released. Go to Impact. Go to AEW. Or go back to England. But I don't know. But yeah, the women's roster next year in AEW is gonna be fucking massive. It's gonna be freaking epic. Britt Baker, Nyla Rose, Rio, Hikaru Shida, Serena Deeb, and probably coming in, Tegan Knox, and Mercedes Martinez is there now. I don't know what they're going to do with her, but besides being Jay Cargill's bodyguard, or an incentive with Mark Sterling or something like that. Mercedes Martinez is going to be there. Jamie Hayter, who else? Thunder Rosa, Ruby Soho. I mean, that roster is going to be massive. If they get Tegan Knox, I think she's going to go to AEW. Ember Moon, or they're going to call her Athena, going by her her actual ring name, not Ember Moon. So stupid. What she was in Shimmer and WSU, Athena. I think she's going to AEW. And then who knows who's going to be coming to AEW? Because everybody's getting released these days in WWE. Or getting COVID. I don't know how AEW. I don't know how the WWE is going to have the Women's Royal Rumble this year. Because every fucking woman's getting released. Everybody's getting released on the women's side. How are they going to do a 30-woman battle royal? They don't have that many women on Raw and SmackDown. And Becky and Charlotte are probably defending the belts. Unless they do double duty. And then Asuka and what's her name? Alexa Bliss are coming back. Bayley, I doubt. Bayley's not coming back till I don't know when. Probably after WrestleMania. Lacey Evans is supposedly coming back soon. So that adds 3 women, but then you're going to have to bring up some people from NXT. Like maybe Raquel Gonzalez will be in that Women's Royal Rumble. Maybe the entire Toxic Attraction will be in it. Indy Hartwell. Persia Parada. EO might be in it. Corey Jade. Who else are they going to get? They're going to bring some people over from Japan? Like who? Who are they going to get from Japan? Not going to get anybody like Emi Sakura or Maki Ito, motherfucker. Nobody like that. Because Vince is not going to pay them for one night. Oh, they'll be in the Royal Rumble. I'm not going to see Emi Sakura or, Maki Ito or Yuna what was her name? Yuka Sakazawa, whatever her name is. The one that looks like Yuna, basically, from Final Fantasy. They're not going to get those women. Definitely not. What's her name? Mina Sakamura from Joshi. Not getting her. Or any of the women in Joshi or Stardom. Nope. Unless Kairi can work something out, maybe. Or Kairi actually comes back. Maybe Beth Phoenix comes into the fucking match and does fucking nothing. Bore the fuck out of me. Or to maybe get Melina. I don't know. They'll have to bring some like legends back, like Tori Wilson, Trish, Lita, to be in that fucking match. Or just don't have the women's Royal Rumble. Just get rid of it. It's worthless now. There's no women there. Everybody's going to Impact, going to AEW, mostly going to AEW, or going back to Mexico or Japan. Taya Valkyrie's probably going back to Mexico, or maybe going back to Impact. Maybe. They should just get rid of the Women's Royal Rumble. There's no women. Because they misuse all the women from NXT. It's just basically the Becky, Charlotte, Sasha show in the women's division. Because they have to be the four. If not the 4 horsewomen, you're out of here. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? That's why the women's division in WWE has just gone downhill the last few years. It's garbage. I think the Impact women's roster is way better than WWE. That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot because Rosemary can beat the living shit out of Sasha Banks on a good day. I hate to say that because I love Sasha, but because she's my 4th wife and Rosemary is my demon bride, of course, and the one that put the stamp of approval on the prophecy. I think Rosemary going laps around the women on the main roster and NXT. Deonna Purrazzo will just wipe the floor with everybody. Mickie James will wipe the floor with everybody. And then who else you got really? Chelsea Green. Su Yung can just destroy everybody. I'd love to see her and Asuka go at it. If not Asuka, the funny Asuka that we had before she got injured. I mean, Asuka Kana version from Japan version. That's what I want. I want her to go back to that when she comes back. Don't be this happy dancing, hey, nobody is ready for Asuka, I want her to go back to what she was in NXT when she was just a machine. Undefeated for almost 2 goddamn years. And then they fucked that up because, you know who? They put her against Charlotte. She should have fucking beat Charlotte. And what happens? They have to cater to Flair. That's not fair to Flair. Not fair to Asuka for losing the goddamn freaking belt and losing her winning streak at 900 and some odd days it was. Really, Asuka should have lost to Ronda Rousey. Or maybe Becky, but really, I think it should have been Ronda Rousey. But can't get everything. But anyway, we'll move on from that. All right, enough about the women's crappy division. All right, so Mercedes Martinez is all elite. She beats down Thunder Rosa with help from Jade Cargill, and then Ruby Soho comes out with a pipe and chases them off. So next week we got Ruby Soho and Jade Cargill to determine, to crown the first ever TBS Women's Champion. I think it's going to be Jade Cargill, like I predicted from the goddamn beginning of this tournament. So this close to getting my prediction right, and you must thank me and acknowledge me for that. So we'll see what happens next week. And that's it. Should be a great match next week, but we'll see. And I'm just hyped and so happy that Mercedes Martinez is in AEW. I just don't know what they're gonna do with her besides being with Jade Cargill. She'll probably have matches on Elevation and Dark, maybe Rampage. Other than that, I don't know. I'd like to see her and Britt Baker go at it though, or her and Nyla Rose going at it. Serena D too. The women can basically have a good match with Mercedes Martinez. What it is, what it is. All right, we move on. Speaking of the women, we got a video to hype up Battle of the Belts and the women's title match. Cute little Rio, Nick's girlfriend, Rio, bastard. Just Rio, cute little 20-year-old Rio, taking on the good doctor, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby, on January the 8th, Battle of the Belts. I think that's in, where is that being held? Carolina, South Carolina, I think. I forget. Anyway, but should be good next Saturday night. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, we'll move on because we got things to do and people to do and things to see. We'll move on. All right, then we get to the segment of the night. CM Punk makes his debut in Daily's Place for the first time ever. The crowd was going nuts. So he gets in the ring. Before he gets to his promo, that he belches. No, he doesn't. He wants to say how glad he is to have good old JR back. So we get a Jim Ross chant, JR chant. God bless you, JR. God bless you. Anyway, so with that taken care of, Punk talks about how he has never been in Daily's Place before in Jacksonville, Florida. But it makes him think about Brody Lee. John Huber, you great man, you. So we get a little, reaction to that. And he said, if anyone out there has to say something about how Brody Lee didn't do anything, it means they didn't meet him. And Punk said last year, and it made him want to come here. That's the reason why he's AEW. Obviously, he mentioned that on during his debut a couple months ago, and in interviews. So he says maybe there is someone who isn't worth his time and doesn't want to be here, like MJF. So he talks about last week's 6-man tag team match that they won, and now MJF says he's done with him. So Punk says that's fine. He says after I got the team with Sting and beat FTR, and we can move on to something else. So he just MJF wanting to win the world title. He wants to win it too. And he calls MJF the line of the night. Besides Brandy's, but Brandy's doesn't count. He says that MJF is a bigger con money than Tim Tebow being on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Ouch! Pipe bomb. Fuck you, Tim Tebow. Fuck you. You weren't good on the Mets. You weren't good on the Jets. It is what it is. Well, so Shane, franchise, get in here. Get in here. What do you got? What do you want? I'm the franchise. What do you think about Team Tebow? He sucked then and he sucks now. And he can suck my ass. Okay. Thank you. It's true. It's true. It's true. Tim Tebow fucking sucks. And that's all I got to say about that. So I was like, ooh, shit. So Punk says he never wanted to mess with MJF, but he goes on to his, his 2011 pipe bomb, kind of quotes some stuff from that. It's like, I'm great in this ring, on this mic. Nobody can touch me, even on commentary. That was nice. Nice ode to the 2011 pipe bomb. 2011, I should say. So he says MJF wants to climb that ladder, though. Punk says he'll see him in this ring, but it'd be a shame if someone interfered with his quest for gold. So that, I think the feud is going to continue into next year. I think MJF will probably win the belt somehow from probably Adam Page. He'll get the belt, and then him and Punk will go at it, maybe at Double or Nothing. And I think Punk will get the belt and hold it for a while, and then finally we'll get Punk Danielson at All Out. I'm calling it right now. Punk Danielson at All Out for the title. I think it'll happen. I think so, but we'll see. All right, so we'll move on from there. All right, so that ends that segment. Epic segment, 4 out of 5 stars. Just great. Anyway, after we go to Ricky Starks, the FTW champion, who's not so happy with Dante Martin tossing him from the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal a couple weeks ago. And then he's next to Powerhouse Will Hobbs, and he says that Hobbs can take care of Martin again if that's what Dante wants. So we'll see what happens with that in 2022. We'll see what happens. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we're going to look back at Cody Rhodes winning the TNT title third time on Rampage last week against Sammy Guevara. So we see that. Then on cue, Sammy Guevara comes out during the break with his signs. And I didn't know what they said. He should have had a sign that says, "I plow Ty Conti." But you know he is. Sorry there, Ty Conti. Just saying. And that's that. Okay, so we see Sammy. That's it. All right, then we got another hype video for Hikaru Shida and Serena Deeb. I think their third match is going to happen, I believe, next week on the TBS debut. So that should be good. We'd have that. All right, then we go in the ring where we see Brian Pillman Jr. in the ring. Cuts a promo about Malachi Black trying to end his brother. They call him his brother, Britt Garrison. Tried to end his career last week. Then he remember getting kicked in the head with that black mass right in the fucking jaw. Left him laying. So Pillman says he worked hard to get here and started off in Jacksonville, Florida, where he says, "I didn't know my dad, Brian Pillman Sr., but he knows he only gets one life. Malachi Black isn't getting it. So he says, next week, you're going to see a brand new Brian Pillman Jr. Okay. Is he going to turn into Brian Pillman? Is he going to come out with his tights? Maybe. Then the lights go out, and Sabu comes out. No, he doesn't come out. The lights go out. You know what that means. And then Malachi Black pops up on the ramp and then disappears. Hi, I'm Malachi Black. Goodbye. It would have been nice if Brody King was like in the ring behind Brian Pillman, and they just laid him out with his finisher and then disappeared. That would have been nice. But I think that Brody King's going to debut probably next week with the Briscoes, maybe. I mean, I'd say that for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, the Briscoes were going to debut. Haven't debuted yet. They are about to sign. I know Brody King is before the Briscoes sign and face off against FTR, but we'll see. All right, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. And we'll continue. All right, then we hear from the Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. Anthony Bowens will face Darby Allin tomorrow night on Rampage. So, but before that, they complain about how they aren't ranked in the tag team division, but Sting and Darby Allin are. I forgot what number they are. Not that they're going to face the Lucha Brothers anytime soon. So Anthony Bowens says, I'm going to take care of Darby Allin on Rampage. And from what I heard on the spoilers, pretty decent match. Not like the women's tag team match, which I'll get to in a second. All right, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we hear from Stumpman called Sting. And Sting talks about how casual people are about main events these days, you think. Darby says he's fine with being in any match on the card, even the curtain jerker match. And he says he's ready for Anthony Bowens on Friday night. So we get that. So all that I gave 3 out of 5 stars. Then we get the hype video for this epic fucking street fight between Allie the Bunny and Penelope Ford of the family office as they take on TJ, Ty Conti, and Anna on Rampage in the main event, which is being called a humongous bloodbath. If you haven't seen the clips, you fucking need to see it. Because good Lord, Allie fucking bled like she was on her 3rd period. Or somebody took a box of Kotex, bloody Kotex tampons, and just went and just drenched fucking Allie on her head. She was like gushing blood. I think she bladed wrong. Because there's a clip where she's under the ring and Ty Conti and Anna Jay are pulling out a table and the referee's like checking on her. Then I think that's how she bladed. And then I think that's where we get the picture of her in the ring with all that blood on her. And then Ty Conti was bloody too. I don't know how she got busted open. But from what I've seen, woo! And we got a jerk off in the ring. In the chat. Get a fucking life, you fucking idiot. Fucking cock. How many more fake accounts are you gonna make? Thank you, Nick and Lauren, for taking care of that coward. But anyway, so we'll move on. Move on because they're gonna be extinct in 2022. So, but anyway, we'll move on. They're nobodies to me, so ignored and will be blocked for eternity. All right, then we go to the main event of the evening. We have the best friends. Give me a hug. We have Chucky and Trent with a good buddy, the man who puts his hands down his pants, Orange Cassidy, as they take on the Undisputed Era in their AEW debut. We know Kyle O'Reilly, Adam fucking Cole, and Fish. Match also with Chucky T and Kyle. Kyle knees him in the ribs. Trent comes in to beat up Kyle. They both hit stereo boots to face as both men go down. Orange Cassidy comes in, rolls Bobby Fish up for 2. So get that. Give me a second. All right, move on. So we get a double down, and Orange Cassidy comes in, rolls Bobby Fish up for 2, and then Adam Cole comes in, who gets taken down a bunch of times. Then he hits something called a Paisan elbow, and then on Adam Cole, and then Kyle and Bobby come in. Then he gets sent to the outside. They go for that giant big hug with the Okada pullback, but Adam Cole's like, no, you ain't doing it tonight. And then all the faces get sent to the outside. So we go to break. We come back. Cole's in the ring and he hits a super kick on Orange Cassidy off the apron. And then everything goes berserk again. Trent then hits a tornado DDT on Kyle for a near fall as Bobby Fish comes back in. He sends Trent into the corner, hits some running strikes, but Trent comes back with a knockdown of his own. He gets the hot tag to Orange Cassidy, but he gets caught with a DDT into a wheelbarrow suplex. And Kyle goes for the cover, gets near fall out of that. Then Red Dragon hits the high-low on Orange Cassidy. They go for the cover. Chucky T makes the save. And they go to the outside. Adam Cole teases the Panama City Sunrise on the ramp. but Chucky T counters with a backdrop on the ramp. Ow! Then Chucky flip dives onto O'Reilly and Fish. But doesn't hit Adam Cole. Or Adam Cole gets speared after that. They go back in the ring. Orange Cassidy hits a top rope DDT on Adam Cole for a near fall. Then they set up back-to-back power driver. By I think it was Chucky T and Trent. Orange Cassidy hits Beach Break on Adam Cole for a near fall as Fish and O'Reilly make the save. Kyle then kicks Adam Cole in the face. Oops! And then he gets knocked down as the Bucks come out, or before the Bucks come out. So, and Chucky T hits a knee to O'Reilly's face. They then hit Soul Food, and then into Trent's half and half suplex. Then they set up for the big hug, and then that idiot Brandon Cutler comes out, and he's like running around the ring. He gets in, boom, gets knocked down. You fucking stooge! Get the fuck out of AEW, asshole. Then the Bucks come out from as Brandon was getting knocked out, and the referee's like, "Get him out of my face!" So the Bucks come out. They jump over the ropes, hit a bunch of super kicks on the best friends. Then Red Dragon comes in and yes, they hit Chasing the Fucking Dragon on Chucky T. 1, 2, 3. The Undisputed Era get the win. Right, almost at 15 goddamn minutes. So that's all I gotta say about that epic match. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. And yeah, sure he is. Unless he wants to get arrested. Keep it up, because everything's getting reported. And that's all I gotta say about that. So bring it. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, the match 3.5 out of 5 stars. After Adam Cole said Bucks and the Bucks like, that Kyle, you hit him in the face, and Cole's like, he doesn't know what the fuck to do, and he's holding his face, and then Kyle and Bobby are pissed off. They're yelling at the Bucks, and that ends the show. So that's why I put in the title, The Elite Divided. I guess we'll have to see what happens with that next week on the debut on TBS. I still think it's going to be the Undisputed Era with Adam Cole, Bobby Fish and Kyle with Adam. They're going to fight the Bucks and hopefully a returning Kenny Omega whenever he comes back, which won't be anytime soon. But I would probably think it might happen. Maybe not. Maybe at All Out. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. All right, so we'll end off with that. And that's pretty much it for Dynamite, the final Dynamite of the year. So my final rating for the final Dynamite of the year, a solid fucking 8 out of 10 stars. And that's all I got to say about that. So it is what it is. And that's all I got to say about that. So thank you all for watching. Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard. And to those idiots that came in, they got blocked. Nice knowing you. Keep it up. You've been reported. Enjoy your New Year. Happy crappy New Year to you. Because after Saturday, I won't be around on YouTube. So enjoy your irrelevancy on Irrelevancy Island in 2022. Well, I take my long break. And that's all I got to say about that. So that's it for now. I'm going to go on the Rant and Rave podcast with J-Man, Brandon Martin, and Nick. And I might be back later with my day one predictions. If not, probably be tomorrow, along with my New Year. Well, I'm not gonna do a New Year's Eve video, but I'm gonna do my day one predictions maybe later tonight or early tomorrow. Then I'm basically gonna be out for the rest of New Year's Eve. And that's basically all I gotta say about that. So 2 more streams, and then that's it for a few months. And that's all I gotta say about that. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday night. As that's it. The end of the year is about to hit tomorrow night, and got probably a lot of drama going into the end of the year with a bunch of idiots. I'm not gonna be a part of it. I don't really give a shit because I won't be around tomorrow night. And that's all I gotta say about that. I'm gonna get drunk with the missus and not even watch the ball drop. Not gonna care. I'm gonna enjoy. I'm gonna just ring in the new year the best way I can with the missus, and then New Year's Day I'm gonna watch day one, and that's it. Then Sunday I'm gonna watch football, and yeah, sure you will. Mm-hmm. How many more fake accounts are gonna make you, UK cuck? No lives. You got no lives, dude. You got no life. You think you're gonna scam me with the little threats? I can just show the cops this video. Mm-hmm. Nice knowing you. So I'm out. Peter Gilmore signing off. You motherfuckers can go to hell and get fucked in the ass with a BBC. That's all I gotta say about that. Not worth my time. Not even worth it. Not worth my time. You think you scare me? No. No. Not scaring me. You want to go to jail? Go ahead. Ruin the rest of your lives. Not gonna ruin mine. So that's all I gotta say about that. So I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out. Rock on, rock hard. And everybody else, you're not down with that. Me, Lauren, and the entire fucking prophecy. We got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's all I gotta say about that. So I'm out, everybody. And to everybody else, to these mindless fucking cowards, Happy New Year, bitches.